No mask, no shoes, without any nervous. Speaking of McToon, that dude is a pervert. I didn't stutter, bro. I said that on purpose. I didn't stutter, bro.
I really mean, no, I really mean. You got the vaccination? No, I really mean, you got the vaccination? No, I really mean. You got the vaccination? Are you okay? I mean, you see, no, it works. Or you know, or the mom and dad. Or no, I really mean, or the neighbor, or when you go to church, or when you're, you know, I really mean it. There are trusted interlocutors. Think of the people. If your kid wanted to find out whether or not there's a man on the moon, or whatever, you know, something, or, you know, whether those aliens are here or not, you know, who are the people they talk to beyond the kids who love talking about it?
China has flattened its curve, but only through extreme measures.
We have people who still deny this. Members of the Flat Earth Society who seem to believe that, who seem to believe that the ocean rise won't be a problem because the water will just spill over the edge. This is, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. It's insulting.
Their point of view, they're almost like the ones who still believe that the moon landing was staged in a movie lot in Arizona, and those who believe the Earth is flat. That demeans them a little bit, but it's not that far off.
I can read a graph, so can you. It is infuriating to have people in the United States denying science, the same country that sent people to the moon, for crying out loud. You know, you look for reasonable explanations, cause and effect. I'm just not clear on what's going on with so aggressively denying science. It's almost like they're on the world is flat camp. The world's not flat. Humans are causing climate change. Pretending it's not happening is not in anyone's best interest. They could stop denying it for economic reasons.
This is about facts. This is about science. The science is unequivocal, and those who refuse to believe it are simply burying their heads in the sand.
Your head in the sand might make you feel safer.
Now, President Obama and I believe very deeply that we do not have time for a meeting anywhere of the Flat Earth Society.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. Sticking your head in the sand might make you feel safer, but it's not going to protect you from the coming storm.
I have to tell you, that assertion could not be less grounded in fact. In fact, it's exactly the opposite.
There's a group in the United States Senate of deniers, most of us call them members of the Flat Earth Society, who are literally ignoring 98% of all scientists in the world.
Now, I know there are still a few who insist that climate change is one big hoax, even a political conspiracy. My friends, these people are so out of touch with science that they believe rising sea levels don't matter because in their view, the extra water is just going to spill out over the sides of the flat Earth. They're wrong, obviously. For the benefit of those who may still question the 97% of peer-reviewed studies on climate change, let me just underscore, you don't need to be a scientist to know that the Earth is round, that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and that gravity is the reason that objects fall to the ground. You could pick 100 different examples of simple things that happen every day that reflect science and determinations of science. And you don't need to be a scientist, as some assert. Science, not some cockamamie ideological hypothetical, but science. And we need to make clear that those members of the Flat Earth Society are on the wrong side of history. We are going to make Paris the demarcation point where we begin to get the job done to save the planet, period. We actually have a Flat Earth Caucus in the United States Senate. We have a Flat Earth Caucus in the United States Senate.
Wait, did he just say Flat Earth Caucus?
Has been spent, Mr. President. A lot of money has been spent in this process of disinformation and of discrediting. The truth is that, people used to joke years and years ago about those who argued that the Earth was flat. And for a long period of time, people argued that the Earth was flat, even when the evidence of astronomers and others and explorers evidenced that it was, in fact, quite the opposite. And so we have, in effect, with respect to climate change in America today, what is fundamentally a flat earth caucus. A flat earth caucus in the United States Senate. A bunch of people, some of them in the United States Congress itself, who still argue against all the science, all the evidence. They argue that somehow we don't know enough about climate change, or they argue that the evidence isn't sufficient, or they argue that it just is a hoax. I mean, we have members of the United States Senate who argue that it is a hoax. But that's all they do. They make the argument that it's a hoax, but they don't present and can't present any real evidence, hard, scientific, peer-reviewed evidence to the effect that it is, in fact, a hoax.
Man, I have no clue.
Who's worse, flat earthers or climate change deniers?
Flat earthers, no question.
44, not bad.
That's hard to do, man.
We got to talk about some things. First and foremost,
You have to correct that whenever it comes out. Go ahead. Chris, there was an overwhelming science that the Earth was flat, and there was an overwhelming science that
you learn over time.
We were the center of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our show. So until next time, what are you waiting for? Hurry while supplies last. Bring your whole family on down here and subscribe and get a free banana.
The Saturday Saint Show was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
A flat earth caucus. A flat earth caucus in the United States Senate. A flat earth caucus. A flat earth caucus in the United States Senate. It's insane.